Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone. Let me introduce ourselves from the group 2. We will explain about curriculum vitae and recruit. Let's go to the next video. Okay, next. What is a curriculum vitae? A curriculum vitae, often abbreviated as CV, is a document the job applicants use to showcase their academic and professional accomplishments. It is used to apply for position within areas where a person specific knowledge or expertise is required. A curriculum vitae is usually longer than a resume and much included the information that the recruiter needs to verify the skills, experience, and educational qualification of a applicant. Nah, apa sih yang dimaksud dengan kurikulum vitae dalam bahasa Indonesia? Yang dimaksud kurikulum vitae dalam bahasa Indonesia adalah yaitu daftar riwayat hidup, sering disingkat dengan CV. Isi CV itu adalah dokumen yang digunakan pelamar kerja untuk menunjukkan prestasi akademik dan profesional mereka. Semua itu digunakan untuk melamar posisi dalam bidang yang memerlukan pengetahuan atau keahlian khusus seseorang. Daftar riwayat hidup biasanya lebih panjang dari resume dan harus menyertakan informasi yang dibutuhkan perekrut untuk memverifikasi keterampilan, pengalaman, dan kualifikasi pendidikan pelamarnya. Okay, next. What that curriculum vitae? That's right. CV is story of your life. In Indonesia, it is often referred to as a curriculum vitae. Number 2, which honestly is not added and not subscribed. Number 3, you should use positive word and use action word. And number 4, if we make a curriculum vitae, there is likely to be an error, so it's best to check the spell in the dictionary. Okay, next. What to include in your CV? Number 1, personal information. At the top of the curriculum vitae, write your full name and contact information such as phone number, email address, registered email address, etc. Di bagian atas daftar riwayat hidup, tulis nama lengkap dan informasi kontak Anda. 2. Education. Education information includes a list of the education programs you pursued and the years and name of the institution you attended. Ideally, you should include information on college, graduate school, and postgraduate schools you attended, the courses you pursued, and the year when you graduated from the program. Informasi pendidikan mencakup pendaftaran program pendidikan yang Anda ikuti dan tahun serta nama institusi yang Anda ikuti. 3. Work experience. The work experience section requires you to list your recent work experience that is relevant to the position you are applying for. For each position you've previously held, indicate the name of the employer, your specific roles, and the duration of the employment. Bagian pengalaman kerja mengharuskan Anda untuk mencantumkan pengalaman kerja terbaru Anda yang relevan dengan posisi yang Anda lamar. Next, honors and awards. If you have been given any awards either at the academic level or during your previous employment, list them here. Jika Anda telah diberikan penghargaan apapun baik akademik atau selama pekerjaan Anda sebelumnya, daftarkan di sini. 5 skills. If you possess certain skills and you have not mentioned them in other sections in curriculum writing, list them here. Jika Anda belum memiliki keterampilan tertentu dan Anda belum menyebutkannya di bagian lain, bisa daftarkan di sini. And publications and presentations. If you have published academic or conference papers, you should list them in the section. Jika Anda telah menerbitkan makalah penulis atau konferensi, Anda harus mencatatnya di bagian ini. Next, membership in professional bodies. The prospective employer may require the applicants to be members of specific professional bodies. This section mostly applies to solid positions such as accountants, engineers, surveyors, IT professionals, etc. Bagian ini sebagian besar berlaku untuk posisi tertentu seperti akuntan, insinyur, surveyor, profesional, dan lain-lain. Next, the following is an example of a curriculum writing. There's a personal information atau identitas diri, education, pendidikan, work experience, pengalaman kerja, skills, keterampilan. This is just one example of a curriculum writing.
How to format curriculum vitae. Number 1, length atau panjang. The CV should not be too long and not too short. The length of the CV depends on the education and working experience you have amassed over the years. For entry-level position, the CV length can be 1 to 2 pages, while the length can go up to 10 pages for positions that require higher qualification and more experienced personnel. CV tidak boleh terlalu panjang dan tidak boleh terlalu pendek. Panjang CV tergantung pada pendidikan dan pengalaman kerja yang telah Anda kumpulkan selama bertahun-tahun. Next, selanjutnya, atau number 2, font size. When writing a curriculum vitae, use a font that is easy to read and apply it to the whole document. The recommended font style include Arial, Calibri, Cambria, and Times New Roman. The font size should be between 10 to 12 points. The heading should be bolded to distinguish them from the other information and make the CV organized. Saat menulis kurikulum vitae, gunakan font yang mudah dibaca dan terapkan ke seluruh dokumen. Gaya font yang direkomendasikan termasuk Arial, Calibri, Cambria, dan Times New Roman. Untuk ukuran font harus 10 hingga 12 poin. Judul harus dicetak tebal untuk membedakannya dari informasi lain dan membuat CV terorganisir. Number 3, proper grammar and spelling. Sending a CV that has spelling, tense, or grammar error will only serve to spoil your chances of getting shortlisted for an interview. Before sending the CV to your prospective employer, make sure they check it several times to correct any error. Alternatively, ask a friend to review the CV for any error. Mengirim CV yang memiliki kesalahan ejaan, tegang, atau tata bahasa hanya akan merusak peluang Anda untuk terpilih dalam wawancara. Sebelum mengirim CV ke calon majikan Anda, pastikan untuk memeriksanya beberapa kali untuk memperbaiki kesalahan.
Okay, the next is what is recruitment? Recruitment refers to the process of identifying, attracting, interviewing, selecting, hiring, and onboarding employees. In other words, it involves everything from the identification of a staffing need to filling it. Apa itu rekrutmen? Rekrutmen mengacu pada proses mengidentifikasi, menarik, mewawancarai, memilih, memperkerjakan, dan menempatkan karyawan. Dengan kata lain, ini melibatkan segala sesuatu, mulai dari identifikasi, kebutuhan staf, hingga pengisiannya. One, internal recruiting. Internal recruiting involves filling vacancies with existing employees from within an organization. Rekrutmen internal melibatkan pengisian lowongan dengan karyawan yang ada dari dalam suatu organisasi. 2. Retained recruiting. An organization, here a recruiting firm, there are several ways to do so. Retained recruiting is a common one. Ketika organisasi menyewa perusahaan perekrut, ada beberapa cara untuk melakukannya. Rekrutan yang dipertahankan adalah hal yang umum. 3. Contingency recruiting. Like retained recruiting, contingency recruiting requires an outside firm. Perekrutan kontingensi seperti perekrutan yang dipertahankan. Perekrutan kontingensi membutuhkan perusahaan luar. Next, staffing recruiting. Staffing recruiters work for staffing agencies. Perekrutan staf bekerja untuk agen kepegawaian. Next, outplacement recruiting. 5. Outplacement recruiting. Outplacement is typically an employer-sponsored benefit which helps former employees transition into new jobs. Outplacement biasanya merupakan manfaat yang disponsori majikan yang membantu mantan karyawan beralih ke pekerjaan baru. And the last, reverse recruiting, refers to the process whereby an employee is encouraged to seek employment. Reverse recruiting refers to the process whereby an employee is encouraged to seek employment with a different organization that offers a better fit for their skill set. Rekrutmen terbalik mengacu pada proses di mana seorang karyawan didorong untuk mencari pekerjaan dengan organisasi berbeda yang menawarkan kecocokan yang lebih baik untuk keahlian mereka.
Tips for effective recruiting. Look internally before externally. There's a good chance the best candidate for your position is already working for your organization. Ada kemungkinan besar kandidat terbaik untuk posisi Anda sudah bekerja untuk organisasi Anda. Reach out to passive candidates. There is a good chance your ideal candidate is not actively looking for a new job and will not respond to your job board ad. Ada kemungkinan kandidat ideal Anda tidak secara aktif mencari pekerjaan baru dan tidak akan menanggapi iklan papan lowongan Anda. Here the survey, according to authors and experts, you should hear the person who is already excelling doing the job in your industry. This success, in other words, is the best indicator of future sukses. Anda harus mempekerjakan orang yang sudah unggul melakukan pekerjaan yang tepat di industri Anda. Factors influencing recruitment. Size of the enterprise. The number of persons to be recruited will depend upon the size of an enterprise. Jumlah orang yang akan direkrut akan tergantung pada ukuran perusahaan. Employment condition. The employment condition in an economy greatly affects recruitment process. In underdeveloped economies, employment opportunities are limited and there is no depth of prospective candidates. Kondisi ketenagakerjaan dalam suatu perekonomian sangat mempengaruhi proses rekrutmen. Salary structure and working condition. The wage offered and working condition prevailing in an enterprise greatly influence the availability of personnel. Upah yang ditawarkan dan kondisi kerja yang berlaku di suatu perusahaan sangat mempengaruhi ketersediaan personel. Rate of growth. The growth rate of an enterprise also affects recruitment process. An expanding concern will require regular employment of new employees. Tingkat pertumbuhan suatu perusahaan juga mempengaruhi proses rekrutmen.
We are grateful for everyone here to listen to our presentation. We hope that you can find something useful from our presentation. Thank you very much for your attention, and we highly appreciate any feedback or criticism you've given to us today. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.